Have you ever noticed how naming something's categories doesn't really tell you what it is? For example, I could tell you that there's a free, cooperative, survival multiplayer Minecraft server which combines complete the Monument, MMO, and RPG elements into an action-adventure game across a massive, handmade world populated with strange enemies, legendary items, and exotic locations, but that really doesn't tell you about it specifically, or, more importantly, whether you would enjoy it. So let me really tell you about something. It's called Monumenta. It finds its origins in the Complete the Monument genre, community-made adventure maps in which players would use Minecraft's normal systems to explore, survive, and fight through various themed areas to retrieve designated items at the end of each, and bring them back to a monument at a central location to win the game. Traditionally, these MacGuffins were Minecraft's 16 colored wool blocks. Monumenta grew out of the community surrounding these maps and shares that traditional premise. The central objective of the game is to hunt for these magical wool blocks and bring them back to ancient monuments to progress through the game. There's a lot more to it, but let's start simple. Monumenta has multiple regions, massive overworlds which connect everything else together. Like almost every element of the game, each region is completely custom, sculpted from scratch by the builders. After completing the tutorial, new players will find themselves in Sierhaven, the capital city of the first region, the King's Valley. Each city is an island of safety and civilization across the wilderness of the overworld. Each one has its own quests, characters, traders, and services for players to use. Within the bounds of these cities, players are in adventure mode and are completely immune to harm. However, the vast majority of the game is in survival mode. Outside of cities, you're vulnerable to danger, but also free to affect the world like you would in vanilla Minecraft. Chop, dig, mine, farm, harvest, and build to your heart's content, but every week during Monumenta's update process, the wilderness is reset to its default state, so anything done there is ultimately temporary. Across the wilderness, players can find over 200 unique areas known as Points of Interest, or POIs for short. Each of these is a hotspot of adventure populated by special mobs and treasure. An excursion into the wilderness might turn into an ascent up a dark tower, a plunge into the depths of a sunken ruin, a raid on a coastal fortress, or a delve into an ancient castle. Each point of interest regenerates to its natural state after the majority of it has been conquered or enough time has passed. This makes POIs a quick, reliable, and repeatable source of loot. Speaking of which, treasure chests found across Monumenta contain semi-randomized contents. Each time a chest is opened for the first time since its last reset, it generates its contents from a pool of possibilities appropriate for that area. This pool includes money, equipment, food, blocks, and a small chance of rare items. Now, hidden within certain POIs lie the entrances to Monumenta's primary challenge, the dungeons. Each dungeon is a unique adventure through a huge self-contained area. For example, a trap-filled tribal sanctuary to a false god, an occultic zoo where the monsters are on the wrong side of their cage doors, or a labyrinthian, plague-ridden temple excavated into the earth. Each dungeon has its own set of rare gear, special enemies, and objectives. It is at the end of most of these dungeons that players can find the legendary wool blocks needed to complete the monument. Unlike the POIs of the overworld, a copy of a dungeon is assigned to the players who enter it together, so each party has their own dungeon all to themselves to take at their own pace. Which is important, because my earlier use of huge to describe the dungeons wasn't just salesmanship. While there is some variation due to party size, skill level, and the dungeon in question, a group's first run of a dungeon is likely going to be an undertaking of several hours. This is why you can come and go from your dungeon instance for its multi-week lifespan. You just might need it. Monumenta contains over 100 quests, integrated closely with the cities, POIs, characters, and dungeons, and containing a wide variety of content. These range from exploration and combat to abstract puzzles to epic story segments, and following the main quest line will put you on the trail of the wool blocks and the story surrounding them. This is a genuinely difficult game, so playing in a group is highly recommended whenever possible. Almost all the game, in fact, can be completed cooperatively, though solo players are never locked out of any of the main objectives. And in keeping with this spirit of cooperation, it is not possible to harm other players outside of very specific circumstances. Aside from teamwork and their own skill, players have two major assets at their disposal to conquer the perils ahead: equipment and classes. Using a mix of vanilla and custom enchantments and modified attributes, Monumenta has well over 1,000 custom items to use. Each has a unique name, purpose, and appearance when using the official texture pack. Over time, a player will build up an arsenal to accommodate every threat. Which brings us to the other part of that kit. Classes are customizable sets of abilities that dramatically change and improve combat. There are 7 classes, each with 8 abilities that can be upgraded. The more wolves a player has acquired for the first time, the more points they have to spend on their class. Each class is genuinely unique and none dominates the player meta. Class abilities work smoothly with conventional Minecraft combat, and with a little practice, even complex ability combinations become second nature. Each class also has 2 advanced subclasses with even more powerful abilities that players can unlock in the second region of the game, the Celsian Isles. But I'll leave the details of those for you to discover. Now all that was just the core CTM content. As Monumenta is also an MMORPG, it has oodles of other features. Just to name a few. Permanent housing, from small plots of land for individual players, to medium plots for guild halls, to entire islands for the most affluent guilds. A marketplace where players can build their shops and trade with the rest of the community. Boss fights ranging from individual encounters in story segments to world bosses that spawn for the entire server to fight together. Customizable, harder variants of dungeons where players gain better loot in exchange for much harder enemies. Periodic challenges such as treasure hunts in the ocean every couple hours, daily bounties on random POIs, and weekly bounties on those hard mode dungeons I mentioned. A battle for survival in a shifting arena against ever-increasing hordes of enemies. Special raids balanced around high-speed teamwork with unique mechanics and challenging boss fights. Dungeons with randomized layouts making each run unique. Timed races through the cities and speedruns through the dungeons against a developer's time. Jumping puzzles within cities to test and reward your parkour skills. Fishing, casinos, minigames, and plenty of secrets and Easter eggs to be found. There are also a bunch of quality-of-life features, like using shulker boxes directly from the inventory like a backpack, and quick sorting with a double-click. Or more combat-centric features, like how picking up your death pile re-equips all your dropped gear and resorts your inventory. Monumenta is, and always will be, completely free. The developers and moderators are volunteers, and all financial support, such as through Patreon, goes exclusively to paying server upkeep and helping the game grow. We've been online since June of 2017, and updated weekly since then with new content, tweaks to existing stuff, and bug fixes. Since launch, Monumenta has grown immensely and now contains well over 100 hours of quality entertainment with 0 repetition. If all this sounds good to you, you can start right now at server.playmonumenta.com. There will be plenty of important links in the description to check out, but if you're going to join the server, I highly recommend also joining the community Discord and getting both resource packs set up. You may recall my opening statement about how listing off descriptors doesn't really tell you about what something is like. Well, I still stand by that, so from here on, I'm going to share some excerpts from live in-game sessions for you to see what the game really plays like. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in Monumenta sometime.
I love how you can hear that, and you always know they're coming.
Yeah.
Retreat!
Ooh.
It's not.
Ooh.
That was great.
Zap!
Bicep.
You should have shouts.
That one worked.
Yep.
The world.
Oh, meteor slam this.
Oh wait, yeah, I have to meteor slam this.
Yep, look down.
Accept. Yeah!
There is an harmonic sorcerer down there. And I think you already know what.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna clear
Do
the
it.
other level first, but then we're
Do
gonna
it.
do it.
I don't know what that sound was. But
Here,
I'll
here.
do it! I'll do it! Chris, jump!
I got it. Go, Chris.
Can I make that jump?
Yeah, do it!
If you believe.
I did it!
Oh!
He went so far!
That was amazing.
We didn't forget to buy a key, right?
Who got the key?
Somebody has a key, right?
Somebody has a key, right?
Come on, guys, use the money. boy. You all should have money.
Oh, that was a lot of damage. Ah.
Okay. Whoa.
Hey,
I'm
it's my
being
ult.
cornered by an oarsman. Those things are really scary.
Oh my goodness.
Boat or something that I
Oh boy.
exited
Oh
into?
crap. Holy.
Oh no!
I opened that door and
Oh,
got
boy.
like flooded by mobs.
Alright, I found my stuff, but there's a problem. And it's mob.
Alright, well, I wasn't prepared for a water area, so...
I didn't expect to open that and there'd be like 6 enemies
Yeah,
behind it.
same.
Mirror.
Yeah.
You see the scaffolding across the way from us here?
Is there anything
down?
left?
Kind of.
Yeah, we should clear that.
Yeah.
That's okay. We can clear it.
Yeah, we're back in the big boy room again.
Alright, I just white test
Alright,
I'm getting a sinking feeling that there is a boss at the bottom of that pit.
That's okay. We already fought one boss.
Yeah, we fought one.
I'm poisoned. Wait a
It's here,
second.
we
There's
have
a
to
bunch
read
of
from.
lecterns. Hold on. I'm reading this.
The heat, the flames, the forum falls. Okay.
Taking that book. That's a very important book. Hold on. I'm a library right now.
I'm a library.
Sure.
Delete.
Ooh, can I just
There looks like a way.
Oh no!
Here we go.
What is that?
Oh,
The magic from light blue.
It's away!
Why is it icy now?
Fine.
Katana? Wait, is this a frost giant?
okay. The void.
Guys, netherite blocks. We're set for life.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're in here.
Caution, do not enter.
Don't listen to those.
All
Alright, let's go kill.
How do I get back to the tree?
Oh, new boss. I can hardly even see him.
It's like straight a bit on the left.
What is that purple missile? Or the soul flame missile?
Hey, he's dead.
What did he drop? I got Bloody Fang!
Someone went in.
Why did you go in?
Yeah.
Alright, I guess we're doing it.
He has like a spinning blade attack. It's spinning in circles. Ow.
Immune to arrows, I think.
Is it gates? Next phase.
It's just the two of y'all left?
Yes.
Yeah.
Warren. This looks like a trap.
Oh,
Yeah. Walk too close to the boss. We're not done yet. Can we get that button over there?
This guy has wide AoE, so get out of the way.
Leaf Nova.
Yeah, please don't die.
What did you?
Okay.
Good?
Alright.
Yeah, we got all 6.
Yeah.
Well done.
How much time are we supposed to have for this?
Well,
I mean, we have 10 minutes, which is really good.
Cover up the holes.
I think it is worth it.
Don't go in the center.
Yeah, they just got back.
I'll focus on healing. Just tell me when you're low.
Watch out for all the things, because it's all dangerous.
Oh, that's a lot of
hurts.
minions.
That's a line that
The line is very hurt.
Try and finish him.
Disgusting.
So close. Now
Yeah! Woo! So are we gonna go again?